from the Sterling Public Library with another edition of From the Stacks Young Adult. So I'm actually going to try and fit 3 books in today to talk about, and the first one is this one, and I'm talking about this one because it's April and it's National Poetry Month. This one is called Ain't Burnin' All the Bright by Jason Reynolds and Jason Griffin, and it's a novel in verse and lots of pictures. And the first line is, "And I'm sitting here wondering why my mother won't change the channel." So this story is told from the point of view of a young black boy, and it's in 2020 with all the stuff going on. And he's concerned about stuff he sees on the news and stuff going on in his own family. The illustrations are really kind of interesting, and there's not a lot of words in it, but it's really impactful. I'm not a huge fan of novels in verse or poetry in general, but this one was really, really good, and I would recommend it to anybody. And it, like I said, it's a quick read. And even though the events of 2020 were pretty horrible, it does end on a hopeful note. Okay, the next one I want to talk about, it's called this one, This Is Our Place by Vitor Martins, and I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, but anyway, this book came out in January, and I will read you the first line. I am a house. So have you ever wondered, oh, if these walls could talk? Well, these walls can talk. So this book is told from the point of view of the house. So the house is the narrator of the story, and it's told over the course of 30 years, 20 years, 3 different families that live there. Anna lives in the year 2000, Greg lives in the year 2010, and Beto lives in 2020. And this sort of tells, through alternating points of view, the house is telling the story of these 3 teens. And they all have really interesting arcs. And even though they're separate times, the very end kind of ties them together. And the very last chapter is told by another non-human narrator, but I'm not going to tell you who that is. Anyway, I really liked this one. I liked all the teen stories. And yeah, even though the book is not that long and it's basically got 3 little novelettes in it, the characters were well developed and had good character arcs. The last one I want to talk about just came out this last month, and it's called The Renaissance of Gwen Hathaway by Ashley Schumacher. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I'll read you the first line of this one. I was 10 when I first met the wizened old wizard. So this book is about Maddie Hathaway, not Gwen. She gets a nickname Gwen partway through the book, but she is, it's the summer before her senior year, and she and her parents travel around the Renaissance Fair circuit, selling jewelry and journals. And so she's homeschooled, and she loves her life. She loves her parents, and they have a great life. But the year before this book happens, her mother actually dies of cancer. And so she's dealing with grief and some other issues too that she has. And so this summer, they're going to a certain Ren fair that was her mother's favorite one. And when they get there, they find out it's got new owners, and they've really changed a lot of things. And so she doesn't know what to think about that. And she's really trying to deal with her grief, like I said, and her other issues. Well, then she meets the son of the new owners, who's Arthur. And he's not like anybody she's ever met before. And he's the one that gives her the name Gwen. And he's trying to get her to come out of her shell and learn to trust and love people again. And she tries, but it's a struggle. Anyway, this is a really good one. I liked Maddie a lot as a character. She seemed really realistic. That her struggles, the way she thought, I thought it was cool. And she has a really nice arc where she learns and she grows. Anyway, those are the books that I have to recommend to you today. And we've got lots of new stuff because I haven't done one of these in a while. So come on in and see what we've got. Bye.